Hey guys, it's Steph, and today I'm coming at you with our movement of the week, which is one of my personal favorites, a single leg deadlift. So I love this movement because it's unilateral, meaning that we're focusing on one side. It's really great for building strength, stability. It works the entire back body or posterior chain. We're also getting a lot of good leg work, so legs and glutes, and also back work and engaging the core as well. So there's a ton of different ways that you can do a single leg deadlift. You're going to see a lot of variations this week, even in yoga or even in bar and all of our different class formats. But I'll show you a few today just to get the kind of main concept of how to perform this exercise. So one of the things that I see most commonly is that we end up kind of dumping into the hip and not maintaining the core or a strong extended spine. So what can happen is, especially if we're going too heavy on this movement, we end up just coming down and up, and then we actually lose all of the work, and we're really just kind of sending that leg back and up. So we're not engaging through that standing leg, getting that balance or that core strengthening as well. So before you even add any weight to it, I want you to think about shifting so that we're not dumping into the side leg. So if I'm lifting, let's say my right leg, I want to make sure I'm not dumping into the left leg. So when I lift up, I want to engage through that glute and then keep almost like a little bit of space here in the hips and a soft bend in the standing knee, so that when we go down into this, I'm fully engaged. I'm coming down as far as I need to without dumping into it. So if I can keep that spine long and keep the core engaged, that's about how far I need to go down. I don't want to go any lower where I'm dumping in and losing my core. So as soon as I start to feel that happen, I know I've gone too low. So coming about here, I'm flexing that back foot, making sure I'm not lifting that outside hip. So hips are pretty level, facing down, and then I'm slowly coming back up. So the key is, the slower you go, the more challenging. So it really doesn't even matter how much weight you have. You could have absolutely no weight with this exercise and you're still gonna feel the work. For example, in yoga, a lot of times we'll do this with a block even. Super light, we're going down, maintaining the core, that long spine. Maybe I bring the arm out, maybe I bring the hand to hip to make sure I'm not dumping into that left side, and then slowly coming back up. So if you can see it from the front view, when I go down, see the difference in the hip. So here, I have a soft bend and standing knee. I'm lifting up and out, sending that leg back, like setting the wall. But you can tell if I'm dumping into the hip versus lifting up and out. So there's a big difference there, and more or less you're gonna feel the difference because you're gonna feel your glutes and your adductors actually engaging through the movement, and it's not all gonna come from just the hips. So you'll get some good hamstring work, some good glutes outside of the legs, some core, some back body, and then obviously some balance as you're working through this stability. So even if you do add some weights in, just making sure that it's nice, slow, and controlled. Inhale and then exhale, coming back up. You can tell my legs are sore when I'm shaking. But that is really how challenging it should be. Because if I were to just go down and up, or tapping off the ground, I'm not really getting the full benefits of this movement. So you'll see a lot of different variations this week, but thinking about those key things. Is my core engaged? If it's not, I've gone too low. Is my spine long? Are my shoulders dropping? Am I keeping space in the hips so I'm engaging the glutes instead of dumping into that one leg? And making sure we keep a soft bend in the knees so that we're not locking out the joints and engaging through the backs of the legs. So give it a try, and we'll see you at class.